Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as I give you guys video number 2 of 2. As usual, it's the routine now on Younes Talks Football. Apologies in advance if you see me during this video completely balling out with sweat. It is about 1 million degrees here in London and we're not used to it. So just to let you know, if you just see things happen during the video, you know why. Don't worry, I'm not panicking about anything. But before we get cracking into what has gone down from earlier on up until today, I'm going to point you in the direction of video number 1 where we go into detail of Romeo Lavia's potentially really bad injury that he picked up in training. I'm going to clarify a little bit of the situation to start off video number 2, but make sure you check that out. Don't forget to also make sure that you are subscribed over here and make sure that you are checking the notification bell to make sure you've hit that in order to be notified of all the uploads on this channel. And smash like if you do enjoy this. Check out the socials, they are on screen and in the description for you right now to click and head right over there. Instagram, X and TikTok, and shoot out my other channel with George Benson that we will be uploading to tomorrow as it's the international break and England are playing tomorrow, so we got to talk about England and some certain expectations around the England team, so make sure you guys are there for that. Now let's get cracking, because we heard earlier on that Romeo Lavia has picked up an injury, a potentially very bad injury. We still don't know the extent. I've been waiting to see if there was anything that was going to come out tonight. We've not had anything except from the Evening Standard where they clarify and double down on the fears that Chelsea have. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here it is. Chelsea fear Romeo Lavia will be sidelined for an extended period after the midfielder's suspected ankle injury was assessed on Friday. This is where he goes into the article explaining, going, Carney Chukwuemeka is set for another month on the sidelines after damaging his knee. In more positive news, Trevor Chalobah and Benoit Badiashile are nearing returns and Armando Broja is building up his fitness. So that's come from the Evening Standard. The Chukwuemeka thing kind of baffles me here. Is he out for another month? Because if he's out for another month, then I'm going to double down on what I said earlier on. End the season. Just end it, man. This is stupid at this point. If the injuries are piling up in the way that they're piling up, this is just ridiculous. It happens every season. Unbelievable. Anyway, in regards to Lavia, we still don't know, although there is around Chelsea and people within the club, there's a big fear that this could be a bad one. When you start hearing those things, you kind of anticipate and you're ready to expect a really bad one. So I'll be honest with you guys, just based on what we've heard, I wouldn't be surprised if we have Lavia out for the next, I want to say 2 months. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm very sorry that I have to come on and be a bit pessimistic, but I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. If I felt that it would be less, I would say less. But right now, with what the language we're hearing is leading me to believe that we're probably going to see him out for the next couple of months. So it is what it is. Unfortunate. But in the video that I put out earlier on, when we spoke about Romeo Lavia's injury and the fact that it was breaking news and what was happening, and we were trying to analyse the situation in terms of who to blame and why is this happening at Chelsea Football Club, a few of you did put in the comments about a certain player, because I did stress and I did say that I wanted Lavia to come into this team because we need a solid DM. Right, and for the few of you that don't believe he is an actual DM, please go and look at him play for Southampton. He was a DM. Caicedo wasn't playing as a fully fledged DM. A fully fledged lone 6 in a midfield 3. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a double pivot. I'm talking about a lone 6 in a midfield 3, because I expect Lavia to come into the Chelsea team and for us to be able to utilise him in the midfield 3. That's where we'll be able to turn the midfield into 1 DM and 2 8s alongside him, which I believe could be Lavia, Caicedo and Enzo. So Lavia is a defensive midfielder, a fully fledged defensive midfielder. We do have another name. And you guys are right. In the comments, you did mention him. And I thought, oh yeah, I almost forgot about him. But we're still unclear on the level. We don't really know what to expect. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from him. So far, he's not been bad. But we are still in a little bit of an uncertainty. It's a big question mark. Around who? This guy. Actually, I'm going to stop saying this guy. This guy applies to Lukaku and no one else. This individual. That's better. Here it is. Leslie Ugochukwu could end up becoming a crucial member of our rotation in the next few weeks if he plays his cards right. None of Enzo, Caicedo and Gallagher seemed fully comfortable as the deeper six. That was meant to be Lavia's slot, but his injury opens doors for Leslie. And now you hear that you have an attribute map in terms of what Ugochukwu can and cannot do, what he's good at and what he's not good at, based on his time over at Stade Rennais. So, this is the thing. He is a defensive midfielder. He can play in that role. So yeah, we do have the option. I'd like to think that he would be able to slot in and allow us to play that way. But it remains to be seen. Chelsea know in terms of what his workout in France. A few people know in terms of his workout in France. The Premier League is a different gravy. Lavia has already played that Premier League standard. He's played at Southampton. He knows the way that it runs. But I'd like to believe that Ugochukwu does have it in him. I think it's only right that we give the opportunity instead of restricting ourselves to a double pivot that doesn't help us in terms of the shape if we aren't able to play with a number 10 or a playmaker ahead of the double pivot. So with Nkunku and Chukwuemeka injured, and yes, we can turn to Cole Palmer, but I get the impression that Cole Palmer is going to be used more on the right-hand side than down the middle, even though he can play there, but I'd like to think he will be used there. I think he's going to be used more on the flank. So this gives scope for Ugochukwu to come in. I say we do it. I say we see what he's capable of. Like I said, so far he's come on and he's played all right. He's played well. There's been no faults. There's been nothing bad. He's actually done, I think, better than what some people actually expected. But we're now talking about being able to play week in, week out as a 6, as a DM in this Chelsea team. A position that we've actually needed for quite some time. Can Ugochukwu fit the mould? Let me know down below. I think the potential is there. We've just not seen it yet. So it's hard to say whether it's going to be a yes or a no. But I think he can do it. Will he though? Let's hope he can prove us that he can. So let me know down below in terms of what you expect from Leslie Ugochukwu. And we'll get to see very, very soon. Fingers crossed. As long as Poch can flip and change the shape and change the way that we play, that would be very nice. Because if we're going to stick with this double pivot, flipping Chilwell at left wing, Colwell at left back, madness, I swear, we're probably going to stop watching the club play. So anyway, let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts down below. Good news on the front of shirt. We finally have news on the sponsor, and it looks like we're coming to the end now. The end in terms of not playing with a sponsor. So if you are looking to get your shirts, right, without a sponsor, go and get them ASAP. But we finally have news. Let's get into it. Here it is. Infinite Athlete will be the front of shirt sponsor this season for a deal worth £43 million. Infinite Athlete will then become the sleeve sponsor from the 24-25 season, with Riyadh Air then becoming potential front of shirt. Kayun offered £38 million for this season front of shirt and came close. Also goes on to say, according to Lou Klaas, who is Lucas Bajek, if I've said that correctly. Big marketing Twitter account, by the way, just to let you know. From next season, Infinite Athlete will become a sleeve sponsor, while Chelsea try to secure a front of shirt sponsorship deal worth up to £60 million per year if they qualify for the Champions League. And that is a key. We have to qualify for the Champions League. Now, right now, it seems very unlikely. Let's be honest. People are looking at us and going, they're going to finish 12th again. We actually have no excuse. This isn't like last year. We can't finish below top 5 this season. We can't. And I say top 5 because that's a Champions League spot. We can't. We're playing one game a week. The others all have European competition. Arsenal are playing Champions League. Man United are playing Champions League. Man City are playing Champions League. Newcastle are playing Champions League. Liverpool are playing Europa League. Have I missed... Tottenham are not playing European football. Yeah, Tottenham... Well, that's not new for Tottenham. Who else? Is there anyone else playing Europa League? Aston Villa are playing Europa League, aren't they? No, West Ham? West Ham are playing Europa League, not Aston Villa. Anyway, teams are playing European football. Do you see all the teams I mentioned? We ain't got an excuse. I think one of them that I just mentioned playing Conference League. I think Aston Villa are playing Conference League, sorry. But we don't have an excuse. We're not playing any European football compared to all the teams I've mentioned. We're playing one game a week. We should qualify for the Champions League. And financially, that does bring in quite an incentive, because 60 million per year on a sponsorship, because now we have European football, or Champions League football, I might add, would be absolutely magnificent. So it's key. But it's a very good structure from Infinite Athlete in order to step aside and become the shirt sponsor, the sleeve sponsor, sorry, whilst Riyadh Air hopefully come in with the bucks, with the money, and become front of shirt sponsor. I'd like to hope that is going to happen. And like I said before, I think Riyadh Air looks clean on the shirt. I like the way it looks. I like the way Infinite Athlete looks. And as long as they come on the sleeve next season, I don't really have a problem with that. I think that's pretty cool. Because they still keep the same relationship. But what's going to happen to Oman Air? Or they're not on the sleeve, are they? No, they're just the official airline partner. Sorry, I've just clarified and rectified myself. But, you know, it's good. We're having all these partnerships. If this were to be the case, I think it would help Chelsea tremendously. Therefore, we'd be getting 60 million a year if we qualify for the Champions League from Riyadh Air. On top of that, Infinite Athlete money. On top of that, Oman Air money. Very, very good sponsorship package, should I say. Just to add, there was a concept put out, and I haven't got this ready, so I can't show you, but there was someone that put all the Chelsea sponsors that we've had for the past, 25, 30 years on this season's shirt and compared all of them. Coors, Autoglass, Fly Emirates, Samsung, Yokohama, and 3. And you see all of them, and I just can't. Nothing competes with Samsung. Nothing competes with Samsung. Let me just stick this out there because it's relevant. We have to go back to Samsung at some point. If it's not this year, next year, 5 years, 10 years, we have to go back to Samsung. As long as they are still operating, we have to go back to Samsung. Please. It has to be done. One last time, get the band back together. Because that shirt looks beautiful. With Samsung on it, it's just perfect. It's perfect. I wish we could have a lifetime sponsorship from Samsung. And I'm not even a Samsung guy. Well, I'm not anymore anyway. Anyway, let's move to... We're talking about kits now. We've got our new shirt. We're playing in it. We're only just about getting used to it. Well, get ready for next season's shirt. Because it's been leaked. Unbelievable. Here it is. The colours of Chelsea's home shirt for the 24-25 season have already been leaked. Orange is featured. Rush blue, team orange and white. This is the coloured leak, ladies and gentlemen. Here's more clarity. Chelsea Football Club's new 24-25 home kit is set to be an interesting one. It has been leaked by leak guru Gol de Sergio. The Nike Chelsea FC 24-25 home football shirt introduces a first in the club's history. It combines a traditional blue and white with a reddish orange. Now, some people are going to look at this and think, what in the blue hell are we doing, right? This looks weird. Here's the confirmation of it from Footy Headlines. That's the colour scheme on next season's shirt. Orange isn't new to Chelsea. Can I just say it? It's not new to Chelsea. In fact, I'm going to get it up for you right now. And I think it's only right because it gives some clarity as to why we've had orange before, when have we had it before, and why it might be coming back. So I'm going to show you now. Check this out. This is from the 94, 95, 96 seasons, where if you see, we had orange as part of our away kit. Right? We had I believe it was the away kit or the third kit. But as you can see, it was grey and orange. Orange has been a colour scheme for Chelsea in the past, but it's never been on the home kit. So the colour isn't new, but it's new on the home kit. It's never been on the home kit. And I'm interested to see how this one's going to work because, look, I'm going to put this on screen again. That colour scheme, I've got a weird feeling, could actually work really well. If it's done correctly, this shirt could bang. This shirt could be fire, literally. Orange flames coming off the blue. We could have a spectacular shirt if it's done correctly. I'd like to see blue and then orange accents. Maybe a little bit of orange in the collar, you know? Maybe a little bit on the sleeve. Maybe a blend of white and orange coming together in terms of maybe across the sleeve, undercut. Something orangey there, but not too overwhelming. And I think it could complement the blue brilliantly. So I'm interested. My eyes are open. I'm curious. I just don't have much faith in Nike in being able to execute something top tier. So anyway, this season's kit grew on me pretty well. I'd like to think next season's with orange could be the same. So let's wait and see. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, before we end, clarity from John Terry. He spoke today in some sort of event. And he clarified his situation to Saudi. I spoke about it 2 days ago, and I mentioned that Saudi could be having John Terry join as the Al Shabab manager. He's clarified it. No, computer said no. Here it is. John Terry on the Saudi links. There's been talks, but the press are miles off. I'm not going to be manager over there. It's for a different role, and I'll be based in the UK. It's very early doors. Interesting. Now, this is interesting. Why? Because Michael Emenalo is the director of football of the Saudi Pro League. Right? So, it wouldn't be a surprise if he contacted someone like JT in order to, work, even if he's based in the UK, but work in some sort of role. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise at all. So, let's see what this role will be. Seems like John Terry's just happy to be working in football. I don't think he's someone that really wants to go down management. He's not really shown the ambition or the desire to go down football management. He's just happy coaching here and there, working in some roles here and there, and I think he's just happy doing that, if I'm being completely honest. So, let's see what he does. Let's see what happens to JT. Shout out to JT, captain, leader, legend. Now, that's the end. Thank you all very much. Let me know your thoughts down below in regards to everything that I've discussed, such as Romeo Lavia's potential badly injury, Chukwuemeka, but Ugochukwu fitting in as the number 6, as the traditional defensive midfielder, the sponsorship news on Infinite Athlete being on the shirt this season and then being on the sleeve next season, Riyadh Air potentially taking over next season on the front of the shirt. Let me know. It could be blue and orange. Let me know about the kit colour as well. Blue and orange with Riyadh Air on it. That could be it. So let me know. Are you happy with that kit? Are you happy with that colour scheme? Let me know. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a couple of new ones. So thank you all so much for watching, people. Do not forget to be here for tomorrow's videos and beyond. Of course, make sure that you guys are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. On top of that, smash the like button if you have enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out the socials. My Instagram, personal and the channel ones. Twitter or X, personal and the channel one, and TikTok, personal and the channel one. All links are in the description and on screen for you right now. On top of that, shootout, brand new video in regards to England being uploaded tomorrow, as England are playing against Ukraine in a Euro 2024 qualifier, so make sure you guys are there for that. And we've got content dropping on Sunday too, and beyond that, as the content's going to be flying in regularly over on Shootout. So make sure you guys are subscribed, much appreciated. And just to clarify, I've seen a few of you ask as well, it's a matter of timing. But do not worry, watch-alongs are coming back in terms of me being on a flipping watch-along. It's been a while. I may be a bit rusty. I don't think I will be. But that will be on Shootout. It will be on Shootout when... there's no exact time yet, but it's a matter of time. It will be on at some point. So just be patient. When it comes, I'll be sure to let you know. So make sure you guys are subscribed over to Shootout. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you lot then. Take care. And peace.